Smash. Smash. Solo Leveling episode 6 was amazing. It's definitely a turning point for Jinwoo's character. And also for these characters. In terms of action, episode 4 is still the best. I did see some complaints about the action part for this episode, but content wise, this is probably my favorite. For now. This episode was storyboarded by two people, Yoshiro Kano. I don't have confirmation, but I'm guessing he did the A part, which was the fight scene, so that makes sense. And Takashi Sakuma, who did the B part whilst also directed the episode, who was also the assistant director for SAO Alicization onwards. This episode finished chapter 21 to chapter 24. And I don't read the novel, so I'm not comparing it. The action was great, but I do agree with the flow and the pacing of it. The constant cutaways to monologue or limited cuts with speed lines. I'm not saying like, oh, I need more action. No, the original anime scenes that they did with Chahane's guild members and Jinjul Gunhei sparring match, that was well placed for the episode. Of course, these two animators can carry the action, but if your key animation list is this short, while only having like 3 to 4 well-known names, then it's gonna be difficult to do every scene good. I know Atsushi Kaneko and Kano has a lot of connections, but it also depends on how busy the other animators are, so yeah. But Kano did his thing, storyboarding, action supervised, and also animating some of the spider fight, really getting the scale of the fight, doing shots like these, really capturing the speed and the scale difference of these two characters with some nice background animation. The fabric animation too was nice, and the consistency of the drawings this episode is the best yet for this show. Tomoko Sudo acting as the sole role for the chief animation director really made some of these drawings so nice. Last episode the characters had a more sharper chin to them, then people started calling Jinwoo Sung Chin Woo. I wouldn't call him that, I would. Never mind, that's just racist. But this episode had a more oval-shaped chin and more closer to the character design sheet because Tomoko Sudo is the fucking character designer. And Kano probably did some of the Genga, that's why some of the drawings good too. And some other factors. I also love this simple car shot. It has more depth of field rather than your normal car shot, which probably zoomed in a bit more. These cuts by Kano are great, very Kanada-y with the action lines and pose to pose. With the smearing, also very spiky smears. I feel like Kano usually don't use these type of smears. These shots underneath the spider, again, very exaggerated poses, and the camera makes the scene very impactful, with at the end doing like a 90-degree spin passing Jinwoo. I mean, Kano is a master at camera work. This fight in this terrain really reminds me of that Alicization fight in SAO. Oh my god guys, it's Zenitsu's attack. Shut up. Of course I gotta mention 2D creatures. I really still don't know how they're gonna do this for the future fights because they're way more large scale. This scene by Takafumi Tori, I love this sudden close-up on Jinwoo and the drawings look so good. This fast-paced cut, the effects that they use for Jinwoo. Also Tori had to draw the spider too and the background. I think the floor is animated, but I do think the textures are a bit too overbearing. Should have made it look more simpler. The perspective shot of Jinwoo hanging from the roof and him launching down to attack was really nice. Jinwoo maneuvering and flipping is great. Very Kanada with the timing and Kanada lines. The smearing work also making Jinwoo only like a thick blue line. Again, the speed is captured very well with sporadic movements and Jinwoo climbing the spider with some nice background creature animation. Well, it's not as jarring, but the speed line cuts can fuck up with the flow of the fight. Jinwoo using his full recovery is interesting. Now that Jinwoo is built so that he doesn't get exhausted doing his dailies, so now he can maybe stock up in his full recovery. Also, can he maintain his build while eating like junk food? I know it doesn't matter, but imagine you can stay fit while eating the most oily, gooey food you can digest. Again, look at this drawing. So good. He leveled up 3 times, so that makes him level 21. I wish the anime would like show his level and skill point at like the end of the episode, like what they did in the manhwa. I love Jinho, man. He's so innocent. Jinho's expression and like feel are more grounded rather than the manhwa, because in the manhwa it's more comedic, which I don't really mind if in this part it's more comedic. Maybe when Jinho vomits, it was definitely a better choice to make it more serious in the anime. And the cavalry arrived. Some nice little choreographed fights by Tori again. Gunhei's punch felt so impactful. Also his dialogue correlates with the transition back to the dungeon. Urgent quest guys. Oh my god, is it actually like Akihiko Kayaba controlling this? Really nice added scenes in the anime because they're trying to introduce these characters way early in the anime rather than what the manhwa did. I don't know if they did this in the novel. You guys can tell me. Smash. Takashi Sakuma did a really good job for his part. The direction, visuals, music, everything. Of course, he has a lot of experience doing this. The part where Jinwoo is kind of losing his mind was visually very nice. The monochrome color, thinking about this distasteful world, and this panel was adapted so good. Taitoban is really killing it. I don't know if his deep voice is his real voice, or like, is it like a voice filter making him more deep? If that's not his real voice, then that's gonna be hard for his throat. I mean, I'm not saying he's the only one who can make his voice different. Of course, some saves can do that. Take like, I don't know, Kai no Ai. She can voice a fucking lolly, but next minute, she can voice someone very masculine, like Alice from SAO. Anyways, the aura effect for Jinwoo was nice, but I would have liked if the purple color is a more brighter purple and more dominant into the aura like in the manhwa, but it's great. It's also digital, of course you can draw the effects and loop it, but if you want to give the aura more tensity, because it's the first time we're seeing it like this, so you gotta showcase it. First, maybe they will hand drew the aura sometime later on. Darkening his face was a nice added touch, making him more menacing, and the glow in his eyes, they really don't hold back on the gory aspects. Also, why in the anime it was 0 out of 6, but in the manhwa it was 0 out of 8? They got rid of 2 characters from the trader group. I guess it's more convenient. Again, very well directed. The focus and unfocus, going in and out, visualizing death. This drawing is my favorite with like a darkened filter. Some cuts are limited, but it's not out of place because this is not like a fight scene, it's more slower. Again, using this unfocused filter and the camera tracking Jinwoo, making it more visceral. This nice POV shot, really nice smearing on the hand to visualize his surprised body language to the viewer because you can't see his face. Of course, I gotta address the OST by Sawano. It sounds more like an 86 OST rather than AOT to me, but it really leveled up the scene. See what I did there? I mean, just listen to it. The classic hand on the face ground pound, I don't know what to call it. This is a nitpick, but when Jinwoo was slicing his head, I mean, it looked like they just cut the head with like a tool. With the last scene of the episode, basically, looked really great. The warm orange composite from the sun, and contrasting Jinwoo's character that even with everything that just happened, he still thinks about his little sister. And the last scene of the episode showing us the leader of the group's brother, but people still thought it was someone random, when it's literally played like a bacon ham cheese sandwich in front of you on a Saturday afternoon. And that's probably it. If you guys like this video, please stick it in. I'm so dumb. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what are your thoughts about the episode. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.